We are all seeing all those disturbances in Portugal. One of the neighbors are having a lot of issues, and people are burning cars, burning buses, because of a guy had been killed by police. This is not common in Portugal. People are not really victim of police brutality or police violence. There is no comparison, for example, to the U.S. In that regard, the police here are very civil. If you comply with the police here, you won't have problems. They won't uh, point guns to you, and this is not like that. And anyone that had been in USA, they know when you are uh, aboard by the police, when the police ask you documents or something, they often will have a hand or at least one hand in their gun, because there are people use it to have a lot of guns, and police must be uh, safe, have take care about their own safety. This is not the norm here. So police officers here want and host their guns and put on the citizen's face. This is not common here. That only happens if you threat the police safety somehow. If you, for example, pull a knife and you don't comply and you go towards the police, or you are violent, or you are doing something against somebody else. For example, if you are putting some threat to some third person lives, for example, some children and are at risk, so police be whacked. But there are two things here that I don't think it's a good for the police here. Is first, they are not allowed to use body cams. They don't have that, so nobody actually can see what really happened. There are some testimonies, but I don't think those guys will stand in a court and say that this or that happened. I don't believe when they have a trial here for this case, there will be testimonies there. Most of these guys talking to the television cameras, they see no shit. They see nothing. They were not even there. Just rumors, right? In this case in particular, I don't believe at all for a second that the police just shoot the guy and he was not doing anything. It doesn't work like that. Here, the officers are very, very restrained. They won't be brutalized. I never seen that in all these years I've working and living here in Portugal. I never seen one single instance of violence, police violence here. That's not justified, because police must use the violence when it's needed. This is their job, right? So if you are a threat to somebody else, or if you are threatening somehow, not even property, right? If you are breaking, for example, a car, the police wanna host the gun point to you. They will try to use first the physical force to prevent the offender to do that against the property. The cops here only use guns when life is on threat. This is the norm. This is not like they are talking about the police is dangerous or something like that. So people who are not used to Portugal, they don't come here, they don't understand when they see this image. They think, oh, the police must be very bad. No, this is not. And by any way, my experience here with the police, they are not well paid. The job is very, very hard because of this. When they act, everybody's try to criticize them and say they are bad, and they don't even have safety work anymore, so they cannot even defend themselves. This is ridiculous. I hope somebody after these events can finally find a solution to that, because we need the police. That's the reality. We cannot live without law enforcement. This is ridiculous, all right? This is the gun, for example, gun ownership here is very controlled. You cannot have a gun. You cannot carry guns here. This is not like that. That's why most of the robbers and offenders they only use knives. They don't have easy access to guns. So we need the police. This is the reality. We don't need those guys doing that shit, right? So let's see what happens. I hope the officer will be acquitted because this is ridiculous, right? And that's all. It happens all the time. When the police acts and something bad happens, oh, it's already the police who are the bad guys. I don't believe in that for a second.